I am going to be reacting to all of Stellar Blade's outfits, and one by one, I am going to determine if they follow the good book. Spoiler alert, I am not religious, but Stellar Blade happens to be a very base game and ironically has a lot to say about Christianity. So I figured let's shoot the shit. By the way, if you like hard games, check out my live streams and consider giving this video a like and to subscribe. As a matter of fact, that's the next commandment, dude. And it says you have to stand ramen noodles. I guess God likes watching me play Resident Evil with nude mods. Balls in your court, dude. I'm doing my job already. So right in front of me on my phone, I have a list of different values that the Bible teaches, apparently, from the research I've done. Again, I'm not Christian. This isn't an exhaustive list. I'm sure there's more to it. If I left anything out, feel free to leave it in the comments, or if you want to elaborate on something even further, I would really appreciate that. I actually want to learn more about the Bible. I'm not a religious man, but I like hearing other people's perspectives on stuff. That being said, if any Christians are watching, they probably don't appreciate my language throughout this video. So first order of business is what happens when you take all the outfits off. So we have the skin suit, for example. This one is actually really funny. I already know where I'm going to put this one. So this one's actually going to go all the way to S tier, and here's why. According to Micah 6:8, you're supposed to walk humbly, and I can't imagine any way to be more humble than to be the way that God intended you to be. God created you to look like this. Not only that, but take notice of how the skin suit doesn't have a shield, which means as you were walking around fighting off the Natiba, you are fully trusting in God to protect you. I can't imagine a better way to devote yourself to him. And that sets an important precedent, because having a lot of skin means these outfits are going to be judged not based on how scantily clad they are, because we got the scantiest right here in S tier. One of these days when I get fucking jacked, I'm gonna do like a naked Bible reading stream. It's just gonna be nude reading the Bible into a microphone. YouTube inevitably tries to take it down. I'm just gonna argue that it's educational. This game is disorienting me every time in the back. Every now and then in the background, I hear like the same lady screaming over and over again. Oh, this is the most schizophrenic video of all time. The Bible tends to be pretty based, and Stellar Blade as a game is also pretty based. And what is wrong with being based, friendo?
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
So we have the planet diving suit. There's different variations of each of the costumes, so I'm just gonna rank them all the same thing. So this is the default outfit for Eve, and the way that she's described by all of the various characters in the game is as an angel. So this is canonically Eve's angelic outfit, and think about it, this is also what Mother Sphere designed the planet divers to wear. So all of these actually belong in S tier. All right, Stargazer suit. So the one who looks at the stars is the first to realize their destiny. I don't see anything, you know, I honestly can't come up with anything for this one. I believe technically there's something in the Old Testament that states that you're not supposed to wear outfits made with different materials. So they're all supposed to be the same material, but like that rule is so stupid that every Christian I've ever met has effectively retconned it out of existence. So it's kind of up to your interpretation if this is sinning or not, but I think in full fairness, it probably belongs in C. Now, the Raven suit is actually crazy because Raven is a character who's skeptical of Mother Sphere, who is the god of the Stellar Blade universe. So as a result, she has to be put in F. You're supposed to love God with all your heart, not hate him. Mother Sphere is a liar. 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 All right, the fluffy bear. Now, if you really want to stretch this, you could say this is the embodiment of being gentle. Gentleness is one of the traits of the Holy Spirit. I'm thinking I'm gonna put this at B. You know, it's kind of got something going for it, but you kind of have to stretch it. This one's unfortunately gonna have to be another stretch. I'm gonna argue that this is in some way loving thy neighbor, just based on the fact that you're paying homage to the memory of other people. You know, expressing love is something that Jesus Christ was known to do, so it makes sense. Eve is like an analog for Jesus. Now we have Black Rose, Lavianan Rose, and Angelic Rose. All of these I'm gonna have to put in C, because like it's not like they're sinning, but it's also not like there's anything going for them in terms of, you know, the Bible. Now, some of you prudes may jump up and say, Rainin, she's in a bikini. That has to immediately go in F tier. Here's the thing. We established with the skin suit that showing a lot of skin doesn't necessarily disqualify you. If you wanted to be a super pervert, you could say this is an act of generosity dressing this way. So this is also going to go in B, I'm thinking. Now, Black Pearl is going to be a similar story. However, here's the different element of it. Black Pearl you obtain by collecting all 42 cans in the main campaign. And if you want Red Pearl, you have to do all of that all over again in New Game Plus, which means that's a sign of perseverance, one of the traits of Jesus Christ. But you could also argue generosity, joy, other elements as well. So I'm actually going to put this in A for once. We've kind of been needing something to fill that spot. Now, Ocean Maid, I was thinking of putting in C, but I actually turned it around. Ocean Maid, I turned around, and it turns out this is a security outfit. I never knew this entire time. So because of that, I guess this technically does belong in B. It is an act of kindness and goodness, protecting other people. All of the other planet diving suits, I think by default are going to have to go in S tier, just based on the fact that, I mean, that it's what Mother Sphere wanted. It's a shame Taki's outfit isn't on this tier list because I actually really like it. Taki's.
When you can't even say my name, has the name
After what you did to Taki!
Neuralink suit, I think I'm going to be crucified for this. No pun intended. I am not a big fan of the Neuralink suit. I get it, like other people really love this, but I'm gonna have to put it in C just based on the fact that there's nothing really going for it. The Neuralink skin, however, we're gonna have to put in F, and this is just purely based off of the description. That's how much I'm fucking stretching this shit. Rumor has it that Lee Min-chul, the chairman of TetraStar C&T, harbored a disdain for Alan, labeling him a weirdo. You're not supposed to do that, dude. So thanks to this description, unfortunately, you have sinned. The Royal Guard suit, I don't think is on this tier list. I think it was DLC. This tier list doesn't have like any like post-game DLC outfits on it, but I will say it belongs in the same spot as Ocean Maid. For the same reason, it's a security outfit. The prototype suits, I actually kind of like these more than the regular Neuralink suit, but like just barely. But we're not judging these by my personal opinion. We're judging these by, oh shit, where are they? Oh, well, I was gonna put them in C. I have a lot of free update outfits apparently. That's crazy that they just keep adding shit to this game. So War Aegis, if it was on the list, I would actually put it up here in B, just for the exact same reason as all the other ones. It's a security outfit at the end of the day. So this gaudy piece of shit, that is Gaudy, not Gody, you know, the good gaudy. This gaudy outfit does not walk humbly. As a matter of fact, it lacks restraint and self-control. If you're wearing this or this, you're doing shit for attention, which the Bible actually discourages. So for multiple reasons, we're actually gonna have to put this down here. So if you wear this outfit in game, bye-bye, I'm sending you to hell. I'm gonna be 100% non-ironic with you guys. Anyone who thinks this outfit is cool, like non-ironically, deserves to be in hell. So this is Daily Mascot. It's a casual outfit that makes you feel more friendly, comfortable, and confident. And as a matter of fact, that is something that the Bible associates with the Holy Spirit. So we're gonna have to put this at B, I'm thinking. Now, Daily Biker is gonna have to go in C tier. I mean, it's just another one where I can't really stretch anything crazy out of it. Friendly, comfortable, and confident. So what's interesting about this one compared to the biker one doesn't really say anything about being friendly, but this one does. So in theory, the sailor outfit is actually more in line with what the Bible teaches, weirdly enough. The outfit of a sailor, yes. The mouth of a sailor, that's a different story.
Krabs is up.
So we're gonna have to put these other denim outfits also in C. I mean, there's nothing too special about them. Yeah, all of this 4-second stuff, like there isn't anything super helpful in the description or anything. It's just an outfit. I actually do non-ironically like a few of these, like the 4 seconds denim. I personally like the black and gold a little better though. And the striped denim is fucking hideous. This shit only looks good on Beetlejuice. Office style, I am leaning towards putting it at B or A, based purely on the fact that there's no offices, but choosing to work in office attire to me says some weird back-ass form of perseverance, but also respect as well. And of course, this one is not on the list. We've got more bikinis. You know exactly where these ones are gonna go. We are in fact gonna put them at B. I chugged a whole protein shake out of this 40-ounce Yeti. So personally, I am actually kind of a fan of the Kuno Ichi. I think these outfits are super cool. This is another one I'm going to put at B just because it is sort of a security style, like protection style outfit, you know, protecting other people. So this outfit, unfortunately, is another one that is singed just based on the whole hatred for Galaxy Allen. And of course, it's not on here. God damn it, dude. It kind of sucks because I'm not a big fan of the silver Kunoichi, but I love the shadow one. This one's awesome, especially with the leggings. I really like the leggings. I really like the cloak style, like, what would you call that? A torso-less hoodie? Like, I don't know. This is one of the more unique ones, and I non-ironically think this one is super cool. This outfit, I'm gonna go on a limb and say, you know, it represents love and joy. You know, there's a little bit of love for nature if you want to smell like peonies. This one, I'm gonna say it represents love, joy, and peace. You know, traits of the Holy Spirit. And once again, it's not on here. When are we gonna get an outfit that's on here, dude? By the way, if I seem super tired, it's because I pulled an all-nighter and I just did my workout like right before recording this. Actually, let me show you guys. Got these fuckers right here, dude. I have been doing high intensity interval training with these fuckers. Pros: I can conceal carry my pistol. Cons: I feel like I'm going to fucking die. This one might be like the first slightly sinful outfit we've had in a while because like bondage, you know, it's not like a bikini where it's like you could just be casually wearing that at the beach. You have to like intentionally put this on with the intention of copulation, which if done premaritably, I was never really a fan of cybernetic bondage in the first place. I kind of like this one, the neural circuit bondage, but like I wish the colors didn't clash. Racers High, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put it F tier, which kind of sucks because I like this one based purely on the sense that it's linked to an electronic drug to boost your speed, which like that's very much against the rules. That directly violates having integrity, so we're gonna have to put that at F. This is another one that's kind of going to be towards B, just based on the virtue that is a swimsuit. I like the colors of this one, but like, I don't, is it just me or is it weirdly proportioned? I don't know. I feel like the top should be bigger for some reason. You know what I mean? But this isn't about my opinions. This is about whether this follows the rules of God or not. And, you know, it's a swimsuit. We got to put it with all the other swimsuits. Mind the fancy style of a leotard with a tailcoat featuring micro stealth drivers in each wrist. You can easily steal. Oh, fuck. Thou shalt not steal. It literally says that in the commandments. Unfortunately, Cyber Magician's gonna have to go. You're going to hell if you wear this. Speaking of which, why do I not have the 10 commandments pulled up on my phone? I should have had this earlier. This outfit sucks. This outfit is fatherless behavior. So you know what? You're not honoring. I've just decided this is sinful. You're not honoring your mother or your father. So fuck off, dude. I forgot this existed. Same thing. You know, the Bible's giving me a lot of excuses to put all the outfits I hate at F tier. I might just become Christian to dunk on weird perverts. I just noticed my facial hair. How appropriate. The Stellar Blade video, I have a fucking neck beard. So Warbane is actually going to have to go up to either B or A. Probably more towards B, just based on the same principles as all the other outfits featured around protection. Cyber Bunny, this is the Sleepless Saturday Night collection. No fucking way. Dude, gamers, it says in the 10 commandments, you have to respect the Sabbath day. You have to make Sunday holy. How can you go to church on Sunday if you don't get any sleep Saturday night? Unfortunately, Cyber Bunny is not on the list, but if it was, we would be putting it in center tier just for that. Brighter and purer than a pearl, the brightest white light from the sea now in your hands. You don't have to collect cans for these ones, so I think if I was going to put him anywhere, I'd probably put him at C. I just noticed the Ultimate Bunny and Extreme Bunny are also in the same, have the same description as the Cyber Bunny, so theoretically, those are also centered. I'm actually a huge fan of this outfit. I think it looks amazing. It just gets ruined by these sleeves and the collar, which, like, I don't understand why that's there. As far as I'm concerned, this is like a C outfit. Oh, it's not even here. Fuck, man. I actually do like the punk style. I think this jacket here with the crop top and then like the jeans with the holes in them are actually super cool. Uh-oh, guys. Are you seeing this? We might have to put this in F. They're murdering a skull. Thou shalt not murder. Yeah, that fucking sucks. I actually really like this one. That comment I made about becoming Christian earlier, I'm neglecting it. It's not happening. It's not happening. Orca exploration. Fuck. Suit. Beneath your spacesuit, of course, you should never go into space wearing only this. Or what? Or what? This is the same game that has the skin suit. Just for tempting me. Just for telling me I shouldn't do it. Combat with nativas will void the warranty. Well, it says thou shalt not murder, and Look, the game's been out for 2 years. Nativas are former people. Like, look, this game's story is cool, but it's not like it's good. You know what I mean? Wasteland Adventure is actually another one I non-ironically like. I think the denim right here with the crop top with the jacket, nobody can stop you. Advance beyond tough areas and obstacles together with adventure. Of course, don't try to mess with the Nativas. Well, I mean, we shook the other outfit down purely on... Actually, no, it's saying you shouldn't. So in that case, we should put it at B, I'm thinking. Red Passion is another one I genuinely enjoy. What's redder than a rose and even redder than blood? Oh, come on, dude. Is that supposed to be this one? My opera is like wigging out. I think the dark mode on opera is like fucking going crazy. There's a few directions we could go with this one. I mean, the fact that it's clearly inspired by Kill Bill, it doesn't say anything about violence in here, but I think I'm gonna put this at C because it really is a toss-up. You know, Crew Style is another one I really like. This was another one I used for my Big Boss Eve cosplay on my playthrough. You know, it belongs with all of the other military dress, I'd say, you know, for the same reasons. Junk Mechanic is another kind of cool one. I'm not a fan of asymmetrical outfits, though. I guess it depends, but this one, you know, this one kind of needs more time in the oven. If you're going to make a fully asymmetrical outfit, it should at least like look cool. And, you know, this is a trait that you could use as an act of goodness for other people. You know, you could use this to do good things in the world. So we could put that at B, I'm thinking. Black uniform of the airborne squad. When the glorious day comes where we fulfill our mission to take back Earth, we can make our triumphant return in this outfit, hopefully. Ooh. That one's dicey because it implies violence. You know what? You shall not covet your neighbor's possessions. So depending on who you ask, your Nativa could be your neighbor's, dude. So I don't know. I'm thinking center chicken dinner. Just like that other kind of sweater-like outfit. I think the fact that you know, expressing love for yourself, that kind of belongs in B. You know, love is love at the end of the day. We do got to put the bikinis in the same spot as we put all the other ones. So these are also going to go in B tier. Okay, cool. So we have the Santa dress and all the Nier stuff. And then all the other stuff. I guess all the Nikki stuff came after this fucking... I said as if I was going to say something horrible. Nikki, Nike, I'm not sure how you pronounce it either way. Like, I'll rank it, but Santa dress... You know what? Christmas is the day Jesus was born. So this kind of like goes up here. Well, I don't know. Should it go in A tier? Because it's not like Santa Claus is directly related to Jesus. They just happen to share a day. So I think I might just leave it at A, just because like it's kind of getting there, but not really. A uniform crafted from the build data of androids hailing from another world. Now I have to wonder if just because Nier Automata is a violent game, if we have to put all of these in the center tier. We might just have to, just purely based on violence alone. And then all the Nike ones too. You're shooting like guns at each other. The girl who once held a shining dream has lost her radiance and now drifts aimlessly like a buoy. This outfit is her vow to never return to that place again. This is kind of leaning me towards center tier, because here's the thing. This is like the antithesis of perseverance. This is definitely like this dream that I want. Instead of working further towards it, I'm just going to go back. And I think that is the story of the character this outfit comes from, right? Used to be like a pop star or something like that. I don't remember. You guys are going to be really surprised to hear this, but I'm not a fucking gooner, so I've never played Nikki. I once asked my chat if I should, and all of them told me no, so I'm going to trust them. Yeah, we don't have any of the Nikki outfits, but or Nike, however the fuck you pronounce it. But like just about all of them would go in F tier, just based on the fact that it is a very violent game. You are shooting and presumably killing other people, from my understanding, but also like some of these directly go against what the Bible teaches, apparently. So in case you guys couldn't tell by now, yes, this video is in fact a joke. I am not taking this seriously whatsoever. My justifications for putting the outfits where I put them, you know, it's not absolute. You could argue that those belong in literally any place on that tier list, in all honesty. There's probably a bunch of shit I got wrong or just like completely misunderstood. Again, I am an atheist. I'm not a very religious person. I did not read the Bible, though I've had many Mormons try to hand me theirs. Fuck you, Mormons. I don't like free stuff. Everything I talked about in this video is based off of some very half-assed research of the Bible. So if I miss something or if you would like to elaborate further on something I talked about, please feel free to do so in the comments. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I love learning new shit from my comment section. The Bible, like many things in life, I have to imagine is nuanced. It's not all black and white like, you know, some very obnoxious fellow atheists might think it is. Do I agree with everything it says? Not really. But if you need some sort of motivation to just be a good person and the only motivation that works is God, as far as I'm concerned, you're not doing anything wrong. The beautiful thing about you being you is you get to make your own choices, and I have zero right to tell you how or what to think. The best that I can do is crack a few edgy jokes. And if you're offended, good, be offended. I make fun of literally everyone on this channel, so get in line. But if you thought this video was funny, feel free to give me a like and subscribe and check out my live streams where I get a lot more bass than I do on video. Peace out, perverts.